All right, so it is 8:32. We're getting started with our second rendition of the Pixie Dust campaign. Woo woo! Woo woo! Thank you all for applauding. I'm so happy. Okay. So last time we played our little campaign. Miss Jazzy, you met Miss Pippa, or y'all's characters, in a bar. You guys met in the, what was it called? The Dragon's Pimple bar on the island of Montanugini. And then, without any introduction at all, you guys kind of went with each other and you started off on your adventure. And this adventure took you to West Ades. West Ades is a steampunk-like town, and it is the first province to the west of Libro d'Astoria, which is the mainland of the place of your adventure. So West Ades, steampunk town. It's very steampunk, very whimsical, very fantastical, but it's got a little bit of a magic locker. It's got some bumper there. So, you guys went to West Ades. You, Miss Pippa, I'm henceforth going to refer to you as your character names. So Miss Akima, you are originally from West Ades.
Yep.
And they don't like you very much.
That is right.
Because of something that you did, which hopefully might be discovered at a later point in time, but they don't like you very much. You went into your favorite bar. It was the Mouse and the Dog.
Yes.
Mouse and the Dog. And they turned you away. Miss Shelby, you stayed in the Mouse and the Dog. Or Jazzy, sorry. Miss Lost Girl. You stayed in the Mouse and the Dog for a little while, and you got a very special drink. It affected you a little bit, didn't it? So you stayed there, and then both Miss Akima and Miss Lost Girl. Then you went over to the inn next door called the Feather Boa. Miss Akima, you docked your horse in the stables.
Yep.
And Miss Lost Girl, you didn't dock your horse in the stable because you don't really have a living, breathing horse. You have a rocking horse, which is really cool.
I docked her on the windowsill.
You docked her on the windowsill, exactly.
On the windowsill.
So you guys are sleeping soundly. Okay, Miss Lost Girl. You are sleeping soundly. You're dreaming. You're sleeping, you're dreaming, and then all of a sudden your dreams kind of turn a bit weird. You start to feel like grass under your feet. You start to feel the quilting of like kind of old-ish bedding. And you hear someone talking to you, but you don't actually hear the words that they're saying.
Playground.
Yeah, yup.
Okay.
And you're looking around and you see this place and you see the sun shining in from a top that looks like you're in a tree of some kind. All the walls around you are kind of that oaky, barky texture, and you're looking around and you see next to you, assumedly, a boy, maybe 15, not even,
Okay.
and he's talking to you. he's urging you to do something because you see in his actions, he's like trying to shake you, trying to look deep into your eyes, trying to talk to you and mean it. All you hear is womp, 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 womp. You don't see really any decorations on the walls. You see, or you feel under you, again, that old blanket texture, and you feel something heavy on your back and your shoulders, but you can't see it because it's on your back. You're tossing and turning in your bed, and this boy is just talking to you and talking to you, and all of a sudden you're starting to stir awake. You feel yourself waking up, and you just hear him shout, "Don't go!" You wake up. You wake up in like a cold sweat. You're breathing heavy. This felt so real to you.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I mean, I would probably like do a check and like see what four walls am I actually in. Was everything like where I left it?
Okay. So you just wake up and you just check where you are.
Yeah.
You hear that it's raining very heavily outside. It is storming in West Addis right now. And you hear some ruckus going on. Roll a perception check for me and add your modifier.
26.
You hear a horse. She is winning. She is not having a good time. She is banging against the stall. This horse is not having a good time. She is terrified. She is screeching. She's not having a good time. With your roll, you know that it's not your rocking horse, because your rocking horse is still on the windowsill. You can see that, but even your rocking horse is
Rockin'?
It's not happy camper.
Okay.
It's still little, but it's rocking. It's not a happy camper. It is moving and shaking. It does not want to be in the situation that it is in. Pause for a second. Miss Akima, you also wake up very groggily to the sound of a horse not having the grandest time. You may also roll a perception check for me and add your +7 modifier.
15.
Okay. So you don't recognize that it's your horse immediately. You kind of think to yourself, maybe another horse is in the stable. Maybe it's not my horse. Maybe it's just some horse outside. You also hear that it is storming outside, but you kind of just stir in your bed. You don't really think anything of it. You're just like, okay, it's a horse that's going crazy because of the storm. Yeah, so that's, you hear a horse going crazy, you don't assume it's yours. It's Lost Girl. Do you do anything now that you've heard this ruckus and you know it's not your rocking horse?
Well, move my rocking horse away from the window. I'll just like set it down next to me on the bed.
Okay.
Just like at the head of the bed next to the pillow.
Okay.
It's like a little better for you.
It's rocking slower, but it's still rocking.
Okay.
Do you do anything else? Do you go check on the horse?
I'll probably give my rocking horse like a few little pets, smooth out her yarn,
Okay.
and then I'll peek out the window and like see if I can see the horse through the rain,
Okay.
and then like go from there?
Yeah, so it's kind of the sound that's coming from the stables is kind of under and behind you because that's where the stables are. If you look out, you just see a very stormy West Ice.
Gotcha.
You have kind of not an overlook of the city because you're on the first floor, but you can see the city. It's raining heavily. There's thunder and lightning. Nobody is outside except for maybe a drunken person on the side of the street, just not even he's out of it. But you just see West Ice at 6 in the morning.
So the stables are like
kind of behind you.
behind? Okay.
Yeah, like behind like the room. Like so there's
Okay.
the inn, right? That's like maybe 5 stories high.
Okay.
And then behind the inn is just a really big, wide stable that can fit about 10 horses.
Okay.
So that's where the sound is coming from. You just look out and you just see a stormy West Ice. You do see something a little interesting on your windowsill where your rocking horse just was. It is almost a shard-like black spot, just kind of running down the wall and zooming into the distance. It's a flash. The moment you take that horse away, it's gone. So it is just one streak, one shard of something black. Miss Akima, do you do anything?
I get out of bed
Okay.
to investigate.
Okay. You do that, you go investigate. Do you go directly to the stables? Or are you taking your time? What are you doing?
I go to the stables.
You go directly to the stables, and you see that your horse is the only horse in there. And she is going batshit crazy. She is absolutely bonkers. She is kicking the wall. She is trying to get out of her reins. She is neighing all over the place. She is not okay. You need to try and calm her down or she's gonna hurt herself. And then goosh, lightning strikes down at the very end of the stable. You see a hooded something and 2 red eyes.
Uh-oh.
One more lightning flash and the creature is gone. But your horse is still going nuts. Going absolutely berserker. Give me another perception check. At disadvantage, because you're tired.
Okay, I got 12.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then disadvantage. So you roll
again. And
again
take
to the
the
remember. And then add your modifier.
it is early. 10.
Okay, and that's with your modifier?
That'll be 17.
Okay. So yeah, she's going crazy. You don't know what this figure is, but you see that the stables look relatively still intact. But you see your horse's saddlebags kind of strewn about the stable that she is in. Your sleeping bag is unfurled, your notebook is tossed aside. It's just kind of everywhere. It's not in shambles, but it's just kind of everywhere. And you assume that's just because she's going crazy. She's going crazy. Do you try to go up and stop her at all?
I think I might.
Okay, so you try to go up. Roll a stealth check for me.
Would I have heard her get up? I'm gonna roll
You're
for
rolling
it.
26?
For
30.
my first one, I woke up.
Yeah, when you first woke up, you rolled 26?
Yeah.
You hear the door open and close. You assume it's her because you don't think anybody else is, or you know nobody else is in this inn. So you hear a door open and close, and you know she probably walked out to go see it or something kind. What was the roll?
I got 30.
On your stealth check?
Yes.
A 30.
I have 15. You said plus 15?
Yeah, plus 15. Okay, so you got a 15 when you rolled, and you got a. Okay, so
Yeah.
you rolled a 30. Yeah. So you just walk very gently up to her. You are, going very, very slow. You're not trying to spook her any more than she is spooked. You try to grab her by the reins, and she's just moving too fast for you to really move. So you're just gonna go around in the other stalls, or go around in your stall first, and very quietly pick up what you can, and very quietly try to put things back in order. Again, trying to make as little noise as possible, and you succeed. You are barely making a sound. This horse is too spooked to notice you whatsoever.
Right.
So yeah, you're doing that. Miss Lost Girl, do you come in?
Yeah, I would have followed and probably tried to fumble with. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't have even thought about the shoes. I would have just walked out.
Okay, so
Barefoot.
you walked out, you're barefoot,
And then I go,
into the stable.
yeah.
Okay, so you go into the stable. You don't see Miss Akima. She is hiding. She's probably there, but you don't see her. You don't hear her. All you see is her horse going berserker. That's all you see is her horse going berserker.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try to help the horse? What do you do when you walk into the stable?
Shoot, would I know how to handle a horse? Are there horses where I'm from?
Give me a knowledge check. Because you wouldn't have known him in Neverland, but
In the week that I've spent with the nice lady behind the bar. 29.
29?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Roughly. Okay.
So it's not perfect. You're not like a horse whisperer by any means. But you know what a horse is. You know the signs that they're spooked. Should you need to care for an actual horse, you can definitely do that and do it really, really well. But to calm a horse down in this state, you're gonna try like hell, but you're probably gonna fail.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you can definitely try to go up and help.
I will do what I do with my rocking horse, and I sing it "Oh, Back from Neverland," very softly. Just go up.
Okay. Do you hold your hands up at all, or are you Like how? What are you? What is your motion?
I'd probably just walk up to that outside edge of the
stall
that she's in, and just put my arms up on the thing and just sing to her.
Okay.
And see if that works, because it works for mine.
So the horse recognizes that you're singing real soft, and it calms down a little bit, but she is still really, really spooked. She's still really spooked by something, but she does start to come down and recognizing this. You still keep singing to her. Miss Akima, at this point, you recognize that your horse has calmed down, and you kind of
would have heard me singing.
Yeah. You definitely heard her singing, and you get control of your horse, and you start petting her and shushing her and making sure she's calming
Not
down.
injured.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't
maybe she's
accidentally
not-
hurt herself.
Yeah, exactly. You inspect her. She seems fine. She just seems really, really scared. And you recognize that she is scared as well. Both of you roll a perception check for me. One more time. Yeah.
26.
26. Okay, very cool.
18.
18. Okay, so you notice that there aren't a lot of animals left, like, at all, besides Akima's horse. Except for one brilliantly white mouse. It's pretty large for a mouse, but it is very distinctly a white mouse. And it's not acting like a mouse usually does in a stable. It's not scavenging for food. It is not trying to run away when it sees you. It's not afraid of the rain. It's just kinda there. Kinda just sitting on a different stable, just kinda watching you guys. Not trying to cause any mischief, not trying to do anything, just kinda
Sitting there?
Just kinda sitting there. Just kinda sitting there. And its nose twitches a little bit, and in a puff of swirly blue tornado-like smoke, just really, really quickly, whoo, there is a woman sitting on the stable. There's a woman sitting on the stable. Miss Shelby, would you like to describe your character for us?
Sure. That was excellent. My name is Phoenix, and I'm a shapeshifter. I was a bartender, but now I kind of just left to go on an adventure just to see what the world has, and I've just been traveling around, basically. And that's about it.
Helpful hint, she was with you when you were at the Dragon's Pimple.
The nice lady at the bar.
Kinda, yeah. You are now officially the nice lady at the bar. She was the nice lady at the bar, and she was real concerned about you. She knew that you were innocent. She knew that you were a bit scared. She knew you were kind of not from here. So she transformed and she followed you. But here she is now, sitting on the stable. First of all, what do you look like?
I think longer, kind of straight red hair, bright blue eyes, and I don't think I have any tattoos, few piercings, got a nose piercing. That's about it.
Are you tall? Are you short? Are you slender?
Kind of curvy, about like 5'8".
Okay. So, tall bean, I like it.
Yeah.
All legs, by the way. So, okay. Tall, red hair, slender, kind of curvy. Like it. I like it a lot. That is Miss Phoenix Myra. Hi. Can you guys describe your characters for us? What she sees?
My character, she's wearing like an undershirt. She had this side of her hair is shaved in a crude military style, and then she has scars that come down this way. So with her left eye slightly open, but you can't really do it.
Miss Mouse Girl?
So you would know that I'm like 5'6", 5'7", nice long brown hair, big green innocent eyes, kind of like Rapunzel, but like longer brown hair. They're like a little scrawny, but like fit.
which doesn't make sense because you don't know where I'm from. But like, because I probably wouldn't have told you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have told you. So you know, still trying to puzzle that one out.
Miss Shelby, give me an intelligence check. And add your modifier.
And she followed.
She did follow.
And she might have heard.
26.
Or definitely would have seen the rocking horse for
Yeah. You've seen the rocking horse. You were very astounded by the rocking horse. So rocking horse, just preference, went up and puffed pixie dust and became a full-size horse, but it still looked like the rocking horse. It had very intricate detailing to it, but it is still a wooden rocking horse. It's very, very cool. We'll have you describe it later, probably, because we're going to be doing a little bit more traveling today, I assume.
My whip-rat. In all her radiant glory.
Yeah. So you've seen the rocking horse, and yeah, you overheard that she's from Neverland. You overheard her story. In the notes, did it give you anything about Miss the Lost Girl?
I don't remember. I can go with it quick.
No. Okay, I thought
No,
so.
my phone just like won't open, but I don't think.
No, you're good.
No, it just had a key backstory.
Yeah, so basically, quick recap, some stuff that you've retained. She's from Neverland. She doesn't have a lot of memories. She is the mindset of a very young girl, max 16, but she looks like she's about mid-20s. Yeah, she's on a mission to find home, essentially. And she's just kind of going where the adventure takes her. You know that they both have invitations to the Cloak and Dagger Ball, and you know exactly what that invitation says because you were following them, and you might have looked in her pocket just now. You might have looked in her pocket.
How did I end up with that invitation anyway?
That's a story for a different time. So we'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah. Plus, not only that, but she was clearly reading it in front of you at the bar, just staring at this invitation intently, trying to decipher what it means, if it has any deeper meaning. So you know about the invitation, and you also know that what Miss Akima did. You know her backstory. You know why not a lot of people in West Ice like her. Okay, so you're sitting there on the stable. What do? Do you do anything other than transform back into your human self?
I would introduce myself to them and but I would tell them that I've been with them like the whole time in case they didn't notice.
Okay. Yeah. Are you sassy about it? What exactly do you say?
No, mostly just caring because I was still concerned about her, but mostly just like, hey, I've been making sure you're okay. I'm glad to see, whatever. And then did I see the thing in the lightning?
Yes, but not nearly as clearly as Miss Akima did.
Okay.
So you saw the lightning, you saw a hooded figure, but you didn't see the eyes. And again, it was a flash, so if you weren't directly looking at it, you basically caught it out of the corner of your eye. Yeah, well, you were looking at the horse. Because you were concerned about the horse as well.
Did y'all see anything with the storm happening? Because that looked crazy.
I did.
You did?
A figure with red eyes.
Ooh.
So,
That's a bad thing.
I'll
whisper it too.
Miss Lost Girl, you recognize her voice, and You didn't recognize her face because, again, she was
Oh.
lady at the bar. She didn't look anything
gotcha,
like the way
okay.
she looks now. So when she was the lady at the bar, she had tattoos and she was slender and she had long black hair. But she still had a defining feature about her, which is another thing you recognize, but I'm not going to tell you what it quite is yet. Unless you want to tell them now, or do you want to keep it? You're going to keep it? Okay, cool. So you recognize her voice and you're like, you're the woman from the bar. You gave me that drink. Yeah, you're the woman from the bar. You gave me that drink. What was
How
that?
are you here?
Yeah, how are you here? What was that? Go for it. Have a conversation. I don't know.
What was the drink?
So the drink, yeah. So the drink that you gave her 3 times, might I add, was a glass, a little bit bigger than that pepper shaker of green liquid. Now, in this green liquid, it was a part truth serum, part alcohol, and it was a little concoction of your own making, specifically for people who have, people who have been through breakups, people who are new in town, people who you want to give a helping hand to, and you gave her 3 of them.
So I got like +5 on truth checks to see if people were
lying. Yeah, so she can discern very well if somebody is lying to her or not for about half of this game. Still, for a little bit longer. You only get that for a little bit longer.
I know.
So yeah, you gave her this drink, but you were still kind of concerned for her. After that second drink, she was kind of, like she was kind of a little bit out of it, but she was still okay because that's the way, this drink doesn't make you lose your inhibitions, it makes you gain insight. So that's a drink that you created. You're also a bartender. You love creating new drinks. You love messing with spells and shit like that. And because you know some of the Pixie dust can, that also helps you create fancy drinks. And the way it didn't affect her, like the first drink that you serve somebody usually affects them right away. It took 3 for it to really affect her. Which kind of gave you a little bit of insight of where she's from. You're like, this uses pixie dust. She's not reacting to the pixie dust like most people do. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's from Neverland. And you followed her and you found out, hey, she's from Neverland. And you're like, oh, okay, it's all clicking together, it's all making sense now.
Moving and shaking.
It's moving and shaking, exactly. So, commence.
I'd be like, screw the thing in the dark, how are you here?
I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
Oh.
Miss Kima, you're kind of confused on what's happened here.
That is correct.
You're kind of confused. But yeah, if you want more, or is that enough for you? You just wanted to make sure that, is that answer enough for you of why you're here? Do you have any other questions for her?
In theory, yes.
In theory, yes. Okay.
In actuality, I don't know.
Okay.
How did we not see you? Where did you... Were you a mouse the whole time? I'm confused.
I just while I was in the stable, I was waiting to see if anybody would come down because I was looking on a new adventure. I was looking for a new adventure to go on, and I wasn't really sure where to start. And you guys seemed like really interesting people.
Okay.
Aww.
Do you have the paper thing that she has too?
The note that you left her? Or
The formal thing.
The invitation.
oh, That's what I was like, what are you talking about?
I still don't understand the
Yeah,
concept.
gotcha.
So I'm trying to like.
No, you would understand the concept of an invitation.
No, I meant like a ball though.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
The paper for the formal thing.
No.
You don't have one?
No.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have one.
Cool.
But you do. But she knows about it. And you know she knows about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'd asked.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what's the next step? Do you guys want to explore West Eyes a little bit? Do you guys want to do more introduction stuff? Or do you want to continue on your journey? That it is now about 8 in the morning, or y'all want to try to get breakfast?
I say we explore, get breakfast.
Okay,
Breakfast.
Breakfast sounds interesting.
Okay.
Especially with the nice lady at the front. That nice lady at the desk.
Okay, so, does your horse have a name?
Splinter.
Splinter. I like it.
Adorable.
It's cute.
That should be mine.
Okay.
Damn, I missed my opportunity.
That's okay.
I'll give you an opportunity to name your rocking horse.
Absolutely. I have to think of one though.
Okay. That was so good. That was right on target. I love that. So you untether Splinter, and all three. First of all, do you shapeshift back to anything? Do you want to shapeshift back to anything, or do you just want to be you and walk in your own two ways?
For a little bit.
Okay, so all three of you walk back into the entrance of the inn, and once again you see a woman. You wouldn't know this woman because you kind of went directly to the stable. But you see this woman just like she was before, just kind of humming to herself, mocking, and again dusting things that are
Still?
already clean. Yeah, she is dusting things that is already clean. She is humming. She is moving and shaking. But you are kind of confused because she doesn't look like somebody who can move and shake, but she's heckin' doing it, bestie. And she's almost like floating from one surface to the other. She's moving so quickly. But yeah, she's moving very quickly. She's humming. And I'll walk in. She doesn't hear the doorbell ring again. Do you talk to her at all? What do you do? You're new to this situation. You're seeing this woman for the very first time.
Very proud. I probably it's still. Like I look at Hugh. Like, is she still? Was she dusting my key last night?
I know, yes.
Okay. I'm not looking. You guys find breakfast. And I'll go and give her the side eye as I slink down the hall to go get my things from my room.
Okay. not even recognizing that you've come and gone.
Okay.
Do you follow her? Do you stay here at the inn watching this woman frantically clean?
I think I'll stay and watch the woman because I'm just so shocked. Why is she doing that?
Okay. Miss Akima, do you do anything?
I go to get my clothes.
Okay, so you walk in, you see that she's still cleaning, and both of you walk right back out. You go get your things. You get your things with no issue. You put the beret back in your hair.
Yay!
And it starts braiding your hair once again, but this time in a completely new style. And then now, this time, it's just kind of rotating style. So it'll braid your hair in fishtail, it'll braid your hair in French, it'll braid your hair Dutch, and it's just kind of rotating braid
Beautiful.
styles of your hair. So when you came into West Eyes, you were still in a in your mouse state, just kind of chilling out, hiding in somebody's bag or something like that. So your clothes really didn't change from when you came from Montenegini. So Montenegini is kind of like kind of frontierland, kind of westerny, kind of desert-ish, and it's kind of islandy, so it's kind of a whole mix. It's very earthy. There we go. It's very earthy. It's kind of hippie. So what are you wearing in West Ice?
I think kind of like a patchwork skirt with some of those like westerny fabrics.
Okay.
And probably just like a little plain like button-up shirt.
Okay. You stick out kind of like a sore thumb here in West Ice. Considering what these lovely ladies are wearing is steampunk and whimsical and yeah, steampunk and whimsical and kind of techie, but kind of not techie. It's really cool. So yeah, you're sticking out like a sore thumb. Are you wearing any type of shoes?
Probably just like black boots.
Black boots, cool. Even coming from an island, interesting choice. So you're wearing black boots, and yeah, so this woman frantically cleans, and you guys go get your stuff, no problem. And once both of you kind of close the door, you check for your keys in your pocket to lock the door to bring them back, and they're not there. You're watching this woman clean, and all of a sudden, 2 keys that were missing on the wall magically appear. This the woman notices, and so this the woman notices. They've come back. I love my keys, and she starts frantically polishing these keys once again, not noticing that you're even there. And she's like, I love my keys so much. They're so shiny. I love my keys. And you're like, okay. You two, after closing your door, just like, okay. And you walk back down and you go get your new friend, Phoenix. You're on this adventure with them by choice. You didn't really get an invitation to come with them. So if y'all want to play with that, you may, but you absolutely don't have to. You just want to accept that y'all are on this adventure now. That'd be cool too. Do you question whether she's on the adventure with you, or do you just kind of let her?
Oh, I'll come back downstairs and like link my arm through hers and be like, so, are we gonna try and see if breakfast is a thing? Or are we just gonna go?
I think we should go for
Find
breakfast.
Find breakfast.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll, oh shoot, should we say thank you for the stay or should we just finish?
That's up to you.
I think having the keys back was things enough for her.
Yeah, you also see her whispering, my keys, I love my pretty keys. Polishing frantically. And you're just like, okay, this woman is not all there. We're just gonna slowly back away.
I'm like, Hook wasn't even that bad about his hooks.
Love that. I love give it to her. So yeah, you guys back away, and West Ice is kind of wet from the storm. It's stopped raining, but they're still kind of wet. You know, kind of like buildings get when it rains heavily. But things are starting to open. Factories are starting to let people in to go to work. You hear the faint clicking of time punches. Railroads start springing to life. Businesses start to open. You are seeing West Ice wake up as you wake up. And you guys are on the search for breakfast. So you had a relatively pleasant experience in the mouse and the dog. Do you want to go back and see if they have like a breakfast buffet, or do you want to just explore West Ice?
I'd say go elsewhere.
Go elsewhere?
Go elsewhere.
Okay.
Elsewhere.
Do you two have any objections to that, or are you just letting her childlike wonder take over?
Let her go for it.
Let her go for it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you guys rolling your eyes? Are you guys excited to see her happy? What's your reaction to this childlike wonder of seeing West Ice for the first time?
Intrigued.
Intrigued, okay.
I think it's exciting to see it through a new lens like that.
Okay, very cool, very cool. I'm already loving the dynamic between you. You guys go, and you go to the kind of open marketplace, and you guys see like dress shops and like weapon shops and like food carts and like beret stands, and you see this beret stand, and it's berets and clips and hair trinkets and hats, all like yours, all with various moving pieces, and they all do really cool various things to your head and your hair. Like there's a hat that changes your hair color completely, so you put it on and you take it off and your hair is a completely new color, and you put it on, and yeah, so you see all sorts of hats and things like that. And then at the very end of the marketplace, there is a food kind of court with a whole bunch of different smells in it. Not everything is open, but a lot of the breakfast places are open. And as you're walking through this marketplace, you are bouncing from store to store, wondering if you want to buy anything, and you're loving just seeing her, and you're just kind of amazed that, Ms. Akima, you are kind of amazed that she is experiencing all of this for the very first time. And you all come back, and you're looking at this entire place, and you're just like, like, this is so cool to you. And then you all just take a second and you breathe in and you smell cinnamon rolls, and you see, or you assume that this smell is coming from a little itty bitty place at the very end of the marketplace called the Cineshack. And it's got churros, it's got cinnamon rolls, it's got cinnamon coffee, it's got cinnamon eclairs, it's got cinnamon donuts, it's got cinnamon toast and French toast and all that types of stuff. And everything is this sweet vanilla cinnamon smell. And you guys are heavily drawn to it. So you just, you right to the Cinestand, or the Cineshack, sorry.
Yep.
And you two are like racing after her. You're just like, wait, you have to pay for that. You can't just eat everything. So you guys go, and you get there, and do you guys order anything different? Do you guys order all the same thing? Are you ordering coffee? Are you ordering tea? What did we order at the Cineshack? And all talk at once.
Well, I'd like run up and I'd just be like, so do they have things like out, or is it like you need to order?
So it's a little bit of both. So there is an option to customize any of the items that you see with sprinkles or vanilla or extra frosting or less frosting or things like that. But you can see a case of like cinnamon roll, churro, donut. Yeah, you see things available.
I would like run up like kid in an ice cream shop and just like plaster myself
against the glass,
looking like and I'm assuming drawing the attention of whoever is behind the counter.
Yeah. So they recognize that this behavior is what children do. They're just kind of used to it. They kind of give you a little bit of a look like, she's a grown-ass adult, what the hell is she doing? But they don't notice. They're working a minimum wage job in West Addis. They are there, and so are you, you know?
Okay.
They're just waking up like you are.
Cool.
So, what do you guys order? What do you do?
What's the good one? What's the good one?
So, Miss Akima, you're from West Addis. Do you want to answer this question?
The honey rolls.
Honey rolls. Okay. These honey rolls are about the size of your face. These honey rolls are huge. Like, they're definitely shareable.
I don't think all that will fit in here. So do you want to order anything differently? Do you just want to go like 2 honey rolls and split them between the three y'all? What do we do?
I say we split it. That sounds like
Split.
a good plan.
Yeah, split it.
Okay. So you guys go up to the counter and you order 2 honey rolls. Do you make any special modifications to them that you can add sprinkles to the honey roll?
I think we need sprinkles.
I feel like you would add sprinkles. So you add sprinkles to one of the honey rolls. The other one you just kind of leave as is.
Okay.
You are making the executive decision that you order a hot cocoa with extra marshmallows.
Excellent.
And you two order
Coffee.
cinnamon coffees. Yeah, cinnamon coffees. Not like a latte or anything, just cinnamon coffees with a little milk in them. And you sit down at a table and these honey rolls and coffees are brought out to you fresh from the oven, piping hot. And ta-da! Bless you.
Thank you.
Do you bless you?
I sneeze in pairs.
That's pretty cool. So do you guys do you say a prayer? Do you guys just dig in?
I dig in.
You dig
We
in.
should go to town.
Y'all just go to town. Cool.
I'd like look at a sprinkle and like just grab one and like try that. And of course it tastes like a sprinkle does, so it's kind of like, you know.
Chalky, yeah. Chalk sugar.
I'm like, I'll just take a slice.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah. It's a wonderful taste. And again, it triggers a little bit of a memory for you. Not a big one, but just you kind of remember this sweetness in your mouth, this kind of melts in your mouth, kind of sugary, kind of doughy pastry. You don't remember what it was for, you just remember that you very much like honey rolls and cinnamon rolls and candies and things that rot your teeth that adults say you shouldn't have too much of. So yeah, you guys finish up, you pay what you gotta pay. Oh, I forgot to I'll give you money later. And so you guys finish up, you pay, no issue. And you walk back out of the Cine Shack completely full. Do you guys still explore a little bit? Do you want to go shopping, or do you just kind of wanna move on from West Addis?
I'm down for all the things. So
All the things. Okay.
all old folks need to make a decision. Are you grown-ups?
You from here on out you call them old folks, even though you are only a little bit younger than both of them. Y'all are old folks.
Old folks. Y'all old folks need to make it. Y'all old folks need to catch up.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I will go with the group.
Oh.
Okay, So it's up to you to make the decision.
You can steer me in a particular direction.
I say we go shopping a little bit, see what they have to offer.
Okay. So you guys, you go shopping. You're bouncing around again, store to store.
Yeah, we get to the dress shop and I'm like, are those formal?
You're helping around.
I'm like really trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Cause she said formal is pretty, but like I am pretty, so I'm confused.
We just need to get you something long and fun.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And you look down at her feet, and they're kind of muddy, and she does not care.
No, I skipped the shoes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you look at her
I had like I brought them with.
Mhm.
I was like, I don't want them.
Sure. So you look down at her feet. They're muddy. She does not care. She is just as happy being free foot. So you look down and you say to her, and probably some shoes.
Do I have to?
You have to. I know. It's only for a short time though. As soon as it's done, you can take them off.
So you guys go dress shopping. Do you find anything in particular? Or do you just kind of shop? Do you just kind of browse? Do you want to buy anything here? Do you want to get another beret for your hair? Do you want to get anything to try and blend in? Because people are still kind of giving you funny looks like, she's not from around these parts, is she?
I think I would get it's like steampunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd get like a cool pair of pants. Some kind of like
Okay.
longer pant, but like, I don't know. What kind of stuff do they have?
I've got the tighter pants and then a high-low skirt with like the ruffles and then like the corset style top, but it's not like tight.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like there, but I don't have it at least tight like a corset. And then the like typical white shirt with a steampunk under
I
the
think since I already had on the button up, I get one of those like half corsets.
Okay.
and I must.
Yeah. And then just like a plain pair of pants.
Okay, so you officially blend in now. You don't stick out quite as much like a sore thumb as you were before. You pay the merchants, no problem. Do you buy anything as well?
Are there any formal dresses that would stick out?
Not here.
Okay.
Yeah, not here, not quite yet. Alright, so it is now about 11 o'clock in the morning in West Goddess. The sun is up, people are hustling and bustling and going to work and things like that. You've done your shopping and you guys assume that it's time to move on from West Goddess. Alright, so you're in West Goddess and you start making your way. And Miss Akima, are you leading the charge? Are you coming up from behind? Do you kind of let them go? What are you doing that you originally hail from West Goddess?
I lead them to the train station
Okay.
to get into a even better part of the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she leads you to the train station, and the train station takes you to the heart of West Goddess, which is not quite where you wanted to go. But
I'm like, the whole time.
yeah, so you're looking out the window. It is like
I'm like also a little bit scared.
yeah, absolutely.
Like-
So
What is this Pixie?
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, so you're a bit confused, you're a little bit scared, but you're also very, very excited. You're in the heart of West Goddess now. Do you want to do some more exploring, or do you want to keep going? That it is now noon and you only have about a day and a half left to get to Capital City.
Probably should go.
Where did you want to go?
I go into to a bookstore and where I purchased a small leather book to read on the journey.
Okay. Any particular title of the book? Is this an adventure book? Is this a mystery book? Is this what type of book are you reading?
A mystery book.
A mystery book. Okay. Mark down. This book is going to cost you about $5, so mark down $5 from however you wish to pay it.
Yep.
Also, there is no tax in the Kingdom of Libro Custodia, so whatever, all payments are flat rates, no tax, no need. So yeah, so you go buy a book, and you two, you just kind of look around while she's in there buying her book. When she has the book, she waves and she's like, onward and upward. You guys get back on the train, and you stay on the train for a little while. Your horse has come on the train with you, but not a lot of people like that the horse has come on the train with you. So before you get back on the train, after going into like the heart of the city, you kind of store the horse in one of the back carriages with the other animals. And you, Miss Lost Girl, you almost take your rocking horse out and put it with the other horses, just kind of like to be a little silly and things like that. And Miss Phoenix, you go, no, keep it with you. So you guys are back on the train, and you get to, or you're sitting on the train, you're bewildered, you're loving it, and Miss Akima, you are just, once again, taking a nap. You are in a carbo coma, essentially, from breakfast still. You're still trying to wake up.
I'm like making you explain how this thing works.
Yeah, so have you taken the beret out of your hair? What questions are you asking her? Are you asking her any questions?
Probably what a train is, how a train works.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Why I couldn't keep my horse with the other horses. And then why shoes are a thing.
Okay, do you have answers?
Why do I need...
This train's just gonna get us to where we're trying to go faster.
Okay.
Okay. You need to keep your horse with you because that's your special horse, and you wouldn't want to get trampled by the other really big horses while he's in that little tiny state. Okay. Shoes, I don't like them either, but it's just something that people are like, hey, you need shoes, and you just gotta wear them.
All right. So as you two are talking, somebody comes out on the loudspeaker. Can't talk today, and goes, "Next stop, Silver Spire." I say, "Next stop, Silver Spire." And they go through the whole, "Please remain seated." As the train comes to a full complete stop, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Thank you for writing the bullet. I assume the train called the bullet. Thank you for writing the bullet. And they do it in Spanish as well, but I don't feel like doing it in Spanish, mostly because I don't remember how to say it in Spanish. So you come to the train station, and as you are pulling in, you go through kind of like a barrier, almost, another barrier, and you see a dome encapsulating this part of the mainland. And as the train goes through, it changes, and everybody inside it changes a little bit. So where it was originally a locomotive style train, it now becomes a monorail as it goes through this barrier, and everybody's clothes change into very sleek, very clean, very square and nice edges, and think kind of like Tomorrowland, right? So it's a very technological city. Your guys' magic, it's kind of back to normal. In West Addis, it felt a little funky, it felt a little blocked, it felt not as powerful. Here, it feels completely normal. There's really no changes to it. But there's no need for magic, so you don't really see a lot of magic users. You see a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds and a lot of different species, but you don't really see any magic being used except for that dome. And on the dome, it says, like, the weather outside, and, that's where you see, like, the sun is at this point in the sky. And, kind of the daily announcements kind of going around the entire city. Everybody's on a square-style phone, and they're traveling by, like, bubble and air, and they're very ecologically friendly. Think, like, by and large type Tomorrowland vibes. As you guys go through the dome, your clothes change. So originally where it was steampunk and whimsical, it is now a little bit tighter than you guys are used to. So as you go through the dome, you're just like, oh, okay, that's cool. So you guys go through the dome and it's clean and white. If you were wearing pants, they're now skinny jeans, white skinny jeans, white leggings. Your tops now have like shoulder pads with like spiky wings on them. They're now long sleeve, again, white with like silvery trim on them. The braid that you had in your hair changes a little bit, and it's just now a silver clip. Doesn't do anything special. It's just silver, and it says like in like the time of day or something like that in your hair, and it's just regular silver clip. And yeah, you guys have made it to the Silver Spire. It's essentially digital world almost.
Shocking bewilderment.
Yep, shocking bewilderment. What? Anything else you guys are thinking?
I'm gonna be like stopped dead in my tracks, and one or both of them is gonna have to like yank on my hands to get me to like keep going.
Okay.
To go back and get a horse.
Okay.
Or like he'll go get a horse, and then I'm still freaking stuck in place. I'm like.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna give you guys an option. So this train runs all the way from West Addis, all the way around to everything on the mainland of Libro de Historia. So you can ride this all the way down to everywhere you gotta go, if you so chose to, or you can get off here at Silver Spire and explore a little bit. Keep in mind that it is now about 1 p.m., so you still have a whole day to get to the capital. But if you want to explore, you can. Just I would suggest not taking forever, or you will be late for the party. So what do you guys do?
We can't be late, so we have to get you addressed.
Can we find formal here?
Can we find formal here? Or would the formal transform once we get out of the bubble? Okay.
Formal would transform once you're out of the bubble. So you could very well find just a plain Jane dress, and then when you get to the capital, it'll just be a plain Jane dress. It won't be necessarily formal, but yeah, it'll definitely change. So that's up to you. Do you want to explore Miss Akima, or?
I think we should probably stick together.
Okay. So do you guys want to stay on the train? Do you guys want to explore a little bit just to say you explored Silver Spire? Or do you want to stay on the train and get to the capital?
I think we should go to the capital.
Yeah.
capital.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a little too much for her. And you like shove me. You just like shove me back in the train.
You go to like
It's a bad idea.
We can look from
Shove me
afar.
back in the train.
Yeah, you go to like make your way out of the train, and you stop. You're like, no, you're not ready for that. You're not ready. Come back. Come sit. Okay, so you guys kind of bypass Silver Spire, which is cool. You sit. They once again go through the safety spiel. Please watch your hands, feet, arms, legs, tentacles, anything you have, any accoutrement that you might have going on to the monorail. Our next stop will be the capital. Please keep all accoutrement to yourself, and please be safe and watch the doors as you enter and exit. They go through all that in Spanish, and you go. And Miss Lost Girl, you see the city underneath you, and you're just bewildered by technology because you really don't know what technology is. Like your idea of
running water is like
not
magic.
Yeah,
Like, to me.
you thought West Ades was the technological prime of like everything. You thought that it was top tier, nothing could top West Ades, and then you see this and your mind is just like, whoa, what is all this? Okay. But you make it through, and monorail takes you through a different barrier. And then it takes you through the barrier, and you are now in the capital. And once again, the train and everything on the train changes a little bit. This is your fantasy land. This is lots of dresses. This is sparkles. This is Oz. This is when you think fantasy and you think magical kingdom, this is it. And train conductor comes on, next stop, the capital. And I say, next stop, the capital. And you go in, and it stops, and your attire has once again changed, and it's now this fantasy style clothing, kind of very Renaissance fair-esque, but with a little modern twist to it. It's still kind of modern. This is where you need to be. So yeah, it is now about like 2 o'clock. Took you a little while to get through Silver Spire. And yeah, you're in the capital now. In the very, very distance, you see a huge castle. Just whatever castle is in your definition, castle. That's at least 100 stories high. It's big. It's very, very large. You can tell it fits a lot of people in it, and this capital is bustling with all sorts of people, all walks of life, all shapes and sizes, and this is where you see a lot of magic users. In the capital, your magic, should you have it, gets a little extra boost. So you kind of feel it, and it just kind of ripples through you, especially you. You are loving the capital because it makes you feel so powerful. You can get a little bit bigger creatures than you were before, and even the big creatures that you could do before are even bigger. You can transform into mythical creatures here that you weren't able to do before. Yeah, your magic gets a boost. Your pixie dust gets a boost, as does yours. So y'all are just kind of very happy to be here, and it just kind of tingles and makes your fingers kind of jazzed. In your pocket, you hear your rocking horse kind of get a little excited. Not scared, but definitely excited that it is here, because it knows it can come out and play now. and you know that you can play. This almost feels kind of familiar to you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you definitely fit in here. This reminds you a lot of Neverland a little bit, and you're very comfortable.
At least energy-wise.
Yeah, at least very.
Besides some, the lack of.
Yeah. So energy-wise, energy-wise, it feels very similar to Neverland. In Neverland, your powers are strongest, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But here, it comes very, very close. Miss Phoenix, Miss Shelby, your powers are at max capacity here at Capital City, and you can feel that ish. Miss Akima, you're just happy to be here. you are just happy to be here. There isn't quite as much disdain for you here in the capital. And there's still some people that are just like, ooh, really? But most of the time they just don't even recognize that you're even there. But yeah, you guys have come to the capital. What is your first move when you get off that train and you get your horse and you're finally here? Also, by the way, magic is everywhere. Everybody is using some sort of magic to do something really, really cool. You see street performers and fortune tellers and shapeshifters and everything like that. And all three of you just kind of feel this sense of, I'm safe. I'm home, I blend in. What do?
Do we want to go dress shopping? Can I find formal here? You should. Yeah.
Here's where you would find formal for the Cloak and Dagger Ball. Okay, so
We go.
you two head off to go shopping. Miss Akima, what do you do? Or do you stick with them and also try to find formal?
Look for a cart with turkey legs.
Okay, so yeah, there's not one on every corner, but there's a bunch. You don't have to look very hard. So you go, you find your turkey leg, you also get a beer with it of any kind.
Yep.
All right, so you get a turkey leg and a beer. You're chilling, you're having lunch. You two are too excited to eat. Or are you too excited to eat? Are you hungry? It's about 2 o'clock in the day now.
I feel like my stomach would loudly grumble and I'd be like, I need to make it shush.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's plenty of places to eat here in the capital. It's all a matter of preference. Do you want turkey legs? Do you want beer? Do you want churros? Do you want something fruity? What are you guys feeling? Or do you want me to make the executive decision?
Turkey legs.
Turkey legs?
We'll go for a churro and beer.
Churro and beer. Nice. Nice combination. Nice combination.
What is beer? Nobody explained alcohol to me. And I'll tell her about what happened at the bar. And essentially I went into the Mouse and the Dog after she was ousted, unfortunately. And I was still at the bar and they asked me what I wanted and I was like, I don't know, milk? Warm milk? In a bar. And I said warm milk at the bar. And everybody was like, alcohol? And I was like, what's that?
I'm the bartender.
The bartender gave me a glass of warm milk, perfectly warm milk, and then a shot of some blue iridescent liquid, vibrant blue mixed with Sprite, and said, add this to it. So I literally.
He really said try it, and you assumed add this to it.
Yeah. And so I poured that into the milk and I chugged half of it. And it was the equivalent of what?
A couple of strong, a couple of margaritas at Mexico Pavilion.
It
was strong. It was
so
strong.
Then me immediately tippy off of one sip of this freaking thing. Because I've never had alcohol a day in my life. And he just gives me a bowl of pretzels, and I'm like tipsily, like, what the hell are pretzels? So I recount this story over turkey leg, and I'm like, so what's alcohol?
Yup. So you are all at the same cart. You get a turkey leg, you get a turkey leg and beer, you get a churro and beer.
And I'm like, what the hell is beer?
Yeah. The person at the counter just hands you a lemonade. Just hands you no alcohol, just straight up lemonade.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you guys pay the nice people, no problem. And yeah, so you guys grab something to eat, and then great part of the day, you guys find the dress shop.
I sent you a picture.
I
sent you a picture
Oh, today.
Ooh, that is nice.
of what I would like to find.
Okay, hold
That is doable. Of what I would like.
I imagine anything that you send me will be doable. Ah! Did you send it through Snap?
Yeah.
Okay. Top tier.
Excellent.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what I find.
Okay. So, send that in the group chat.
Okay.
So,
Yeet.
yeah. So,
That is what I want to find.
if you guys want to take
Oh, yeah.
5 to 10 minutes to go on the internet or go on Pinterest and find a dress that you want your character to wear, because you guys step into, don't come for me on this, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Yes!
You guys step into the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and it is this huge dress shop with all sorts of dresses that are just gorgeous, expensive as hell, but gorgeous. And what's cool about these dresses is that no matter how big or small you get, they will adjust to your size perfectly. If you have curves, it adjusts to your curves. If you have bigger hips, it adjusts to your hips. And
Beautiful.
any dress that you find fits you flawlessly. No bumps, no burps, no cruises. Flawless. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys until 10-ish o'clock.
I don't need a dress, right? Or do I?
It says formal. It doesn't
But I didn't
specify.
get an invitation.
Hmm?
I didn't get an invitation though, right?
That's right, you didn't.
Could I just like tag on one of my shoulders, just like a bird or something? Okay.
That's actually exactly what I was thinking. You would
Yeah, you
transform
can
into
tag
an
on
animal.
with me. Cool.
Okay, so
You can just sneak into one of my pockets. Yeah.
your dress has pockets.
So maybe
Some person's gonna come up to you and they're gonna be like, "Oh, your dress is gorgeous." You're gonna stick your hands in, like, "It's got pockets."
Yeah. It's a.
Okay.
It said cloaks and daggers and courage. It's somewhere to put daggers.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
Looking for a big flowy dress and pockets.
Okay. So.
And then I gotta go find daggers, which I'm gonna ask you about.
Okay.
You seem like the one that would know.
Where the daggers are. Okay.
Where the
Yeah.
daggers are.
So.
Gun
Miss
shopping
Pippa,
and
take
weapon shopping.
take a couple minutes. Find a good dress. Miss Phoenix, if you want to look for a dress as well, just to kind of feel a bit fancy, you can absolutely do that. And then, yeah, you can absolutely do
Can
that.
I metagame?
Huh?
Can I metagame?
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
gonna say, so if you get, if you're wearing something and then you shapeshift and then you shift back, you're in the same clothes as you were when you were. So what if you got a formal, like the formal
Yeah.
dress and then shapeshift, and then if you have to come out there, then you fit in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I've got an idea that I'm so very excited to share with you guys. So, did you
Yep.
find a dress?
sent something.
Okay. Did you send it in the group chat or did you?
In the group chat.
Okay, cool. It has pocket. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to, I will let you do under that, like pants as well, and you're going to be very formal, kind of military ball. So you'll have like the epaulets, you'll have the caps that they wear, you'll have like your sword next to you. You'll be very formal, very military.
Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, you'll do that, and that'll be good. Your dress is going to be gold, white, right? Gold. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Flowy.
She's flowy, yeah. Very, very much the capital style. Okay.
Did you bring me other snacks or just the cinnamon rolls?
Just a cinnamon roll, unfortunately. Sorry. Next time we'll get more snacks. I just couldn't afford it this week. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so if Miss Shelby, if you want to Wunderbar!
Wunderbar.
Oh my goodness.
Stand, we heavily stand, we heavily stand.
Absolutely.
Oh, it looks like Kay left our campaign.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
That's okay. Yup. Okay. I can dig it. Yeah. So you guys find these dresses. Now these dresses are going to be very, very expensive. So
Hashtag problematic.
So it's gonna take a big chunk of your stuff. So Miss Jazzy, your dress is gonna cost about $1,500.
Yeah.
Your dress is gonna cost about $1,500.
I rolled really low on all my money numbers.
I know. I know. If you don't have enough to pay for it,
Not by a long shot.
no.
No. I rolled real low on all my money numbers.
Wait, yes you do. So seeing that you don't have enough to buy this dress, the tailor is going to cut a little bit of the skirt. It's still going to drag behind you, but it's not going to drag you nearly as far. So they're just going to hem it a little bit to cut down on cost a little bit.
Okay.
It's still going to be about 1,000, but you pay 500, and then you pay 500 as well, taking pity on her. I will make sure that you have enough money for both her dress and your dress. Your dress is going to be about 500 as well, so you're going to be paying about 1,500 in total. Okay. 1,500? 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000. You're going to be paying 1,000 in total, so I'll make sure you have enough for that. Miss Akima, because you've gone to a military ball before being a soldier, you have most of this. You go into the tailor shop and you just need a quick patch job, essentially. You just need it to hem, you need to be a little bit cleaner. So you only pay about 50 to 70 with tip.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's up to you. How much do you pay? the tailor gives you a round estimate of it's going to be about $50 to $70. And he does the hems and it's 65.
I will do 75.
Okay, cool. Mark it down. Let me know later. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a magical credit card. So we won't need actual like monies for you quite yet. You're just gonna have a credit card that you're gonna put this stuff on for right now. Okay, so you guys have your dresses. Now it's time to go to the weapon shop. That's on the other side of town. It is now about 6-ish o'clock. So you guys aren't quite hungry yet, but that's okay. Yeah, so you guys aren't quite hungry, but you guys go into the weapon shop and they said, Kima, this is where you thrive. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you want to bring with you. You know that what daggers go where, how to wear them, how to use them. You know this shit.
Yep. Okay, so these are the daggers. Very good for concealment. These are the broadswords. They can take someone's head off in a single swing. Those are the crossbows, the archery bows, and I usually show what all the various items are.
Okay. Give me a sight check, but instead of rolling a d20, roll a d6 for me. D6? D6.
Alright.
And then add your sight modifier.
22.
Okay, so at the very end of the shop, in a heavily protective case, you see a sword. And it is not just a sword, it is the sword. Like, this is like the sword of Camelot type sword. This is a gorgeous piece with gold on the hilt and perfectly sharpened. This thing, by looking at it, you feel as though you're getting sliced in your hand. It is gorgeous. It's got intricate little details on the blade, and you see this and it's just like a beacon to you. Like, you're just like, this is the sword to end all swords. But it is heavily protected on the wall on a big glass case with multiple forms of security and things like that, and it's just hanging there on display.
So this is a very good sword.
This is a great sword. This is the sword to end all swords. This isn't just a great sword, it is the greatest sword.
I get as close as I can to look at it.
Okay. You get right up to the glass. and you're just like, oh.
That was with the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, and you look over to her, and you're just like, cinnamon roll euphoria, I get it. And you're just like looking at this sword, and you're just like, how much?
Yes, how much?
The merchant looks at, just kind of gives you a glance, and you're like, way above your pay grade.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all she says.
How much?
That sword, it might as well not even be for sale. That sword is $2.2 million.
Go to hell.
$2.2 million. And then you say go to hell, and then she looks at you and she's like, and that's on sale. Yeah, this is an expensive ass sword. this is it. Yeah, this is an expensive sword. It is not for the faint of heart. And it's about my wingspan. It's a big sword. It's a big sword. Well, it's about from this to about my shoulder. So it's about this long. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. Yeah, 2.2 million on sale. So what's your reaction?
Is there a rental fee?
This is her reaction. She's just laughing at you, not even taking you seriously. She's just laughing. She's like, rental fee, rental fee. And she's just laughing, not taking it seriously at all. What are you two doing while this is happening?
I'm just looking at the daggers.
Okay.
I'm probably trying to
And
stop
like-
her from hurting herself.
Fair. No,
She would know. Yeah, no. She would know not to hurt herself.
Oh, okay,
She knows how to fight. Growing
Yeah.
up on Neverland, she knew how to fight. She knows how to make her own daggers, should she really, really need to.
we had to fight Huck for.
Yep, you had to fight Hook. Hook specifically taught you how to fight when he was doing a truce with Peter Pan, so Peter Pan could help you. So Hook taught you a lot of piratey things as well. But yeah, she would know not to hurt herself. That much she has. Yeah. So, any particular daggers catch your eye? If they do, send them in the group chat. Also, if you guys want to make like visual representations of what your character looks like somehow, if you want to draw it, if you want to do an AI, if you want to do like some sort of visual, you absolutely can. Just make sure to send it in the group chat to everybody, okay? So, we good? Did we send stuff in the group chat? Did we not? I see we sent stuff in the group chat. Cool.
I am perusing.
All right, I'll give you one more minute to peruse. You don't have to actually send them right now if you want to just keep looking. But just tell me like, hey, I have daggers, or hey, I have a sword. Yeah, that's up to you. If you want to do anything kind of sneaky, just let me know. Hey, Kima, if you want to do anything sneaky, just let me know. And I'll tell you whether you can or cannot do the sneaky thing that you are attempting to do. Because your stuff is pretty good. It's not great, but
Could I steal the sword?
how would you steal it? Or how would you attempt to steal it?
That's a good question. I didn't think that far ahead.
Sorry, what?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Think about it for a second while I check something.
How heavily surveillanced is this room?
It's pretty thick surveillance, but if you want to roll for it, you may.
If I trust it.
Like the one in the case, or
Yeah. You might potentially learn a thing or two here about me. If not, then it's fine. Oh, I like yours. I'm trying to find one that I like, but have it be like green.
So
I would wait until like
you get out of the store.
out. I would wait.
Roll a d20 and add your creativity modifier.
I'm delighted. 37.
Okay.
Like, you have some imperfections.
Give Give me a second.
Yep. I've been waiting to use this.
So have I.
I've been waiting. Had to fix that out of
Yeah, no, you're good.
Out of Okay.
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 Not yet. Save it. Hold on to it. And when I say that, I don't mean don't just get out of the shop. Like save it.
Save it. I know.
Yeah. But that was a good roll. I like it. I like it a lot. And I want y'all to know that you can exchange weapons. Should like temporary, like you can like trade weapons like temporarily. Like, if Akima is going up against Big Bad and you have one bullet left and you want her to use it, you can toss her the gun and she can shoot. Yup. Do you do that now or later?
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm saving it.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, dope.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Send me 3 of your favorite colors and give me like visuals. You don't have to do it right now, but eventually. Okay? The one that she sent in the chat?
What? Oh, no, I was sending something about, looks like it's still trying to send. Oh,
it just sent. Wait, favorite colors and what?
Just your top 3 favorite colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that the sword?
Much. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I like it. I like it a lot. Give me a second.
My Google is probably like, what the fuck is this girl looking for?
It's gonna look a little bit more like.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once upon a time
Oh,
over
that is
here.
beautiful.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh my god! I haven't thought about that in a minute. Dude.
I'm rewatching it on Disney Plus. It's wonderful.
Nice.
They should have named her Tallahassee. The baby
I
that.
haven't gotten that far.
Just know they should have named her Tallahassee,
Okay.
and you'll understand why. Season 2 is a ride. Season 2 is a ride. Okay, so all right. So we have our weaponry. That blue sword you have. You're gonna put it on your character card. It's gonna be about 100. 100. Yeah, it's gonna be about 100. Miss Akima, do you... Actually, I'm gonna hold off on you for just a second. Miss Lost Girl, do you do anything? Do you buy anything?
I'll get a dagger while I'm there.
Okay.
However, I don't know what it is yet.
Okay. Is it gonna be small? Is it gonna be long? Is it gonna be,
I think.
Is it gonna be simple? Is it gonna be ornate?
I think it's gonna be like the one I just sent, but it'll be like. Ooh. Black
Dun, dun, dun.
and a more.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the hills. They'll be black.
Yeah.
Or. Nah, they'll be white. They'll go with the dress.
Okay. So.
In my imagination.
Yeah. No, matchy matchy. I like it. I like it.
Like that's like inspiration.
Yeah. You're also gonna pay 100.
Okay.
Okay. For the set.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Miss Akima, do you do anything snicker? Or do you just let it rock?
I'll be in favor of just letting it rock. Like my ride horse. Just let it ride.
Who is loving everything in the capital, by the way?
I have her like peeking her little head out of my bag so she can see.
she's grown a little bit in your bag because she's just so excited and you're so excited. So she takes up the majority of your bag. She's not full grown, but she's just like, she's about the size of a stuffed animal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, honey.
Dearest. Dearest love. So, yes, Miss Akima, do you do anything sneaky? Or do you let it rock?
I think I let it rock.
You let it rock? Okay. Bold choice. Because I gave them, do you guys do anything sneaky? Or do you attempt to do anything sneaky?
No.
Or do you also let it rock?
Let it rock.
You let it rock? Okay.
We'll be honest citizens.
Okay. Bold choice, but okay. Yeah, so it is now about, I would say like 8 o'clock at night. People are starting to kind of wind down, go to dinner, and finish out the day. Do you guys want to explore a little bit more, or do you want to try to get a room for the night? Or do you want to even get a room for the night? Or do you want to keep traveling? What are we thinking? What do we want to do?
Probably it's all for the night before the ball.
Rest up for the night with the ball, okay? Because the ball is tomorrow and it starts at like 7. So you have an extra day to explore should you want to.
Yeah.
So you want to grab me?
I feel like I'll start off in one direction and y'all will be like, no. Just like straight grab me by the collar on my shirt. Just no.
Okay.
Just get back here.
Love that. So it's starting to go to sundown. Your guys' vision is getting a little bit poorer because it's starting to get dark. Nothing wrong with that. Miss Akima, your vision doesn't change. You see everything as you would in the sunlight.
Indeed.
All right.
Dark vision be like.
Yeah. So I'll talk about that later. So yeah, do you guys go into any particular inn? Do you want to look for any particular inn? Do you want to look for a bed and breakfast? What are we looking for? Do we stay right next to the train station? Are we exploring the capital a little bit and kind of getting more into the heart of the city? Where are we going? What are we doing?
I say we stay closer to the heart, that way it's not as far to travel tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go into the heart of the city. You see a lot of restaurants. You see theaters and movie theaters and like carousels and things like that. And it's all very, very nice, very sweet. You see like this big old tent and it says, travel to the world of tomorrow today. And it's like this little fair ride that essentially just shows you some stuff from Silver Spire and the information that Silver Spire has at the ready, and they just haven't gotten it in the capital quite yet. And then there's another one that says, discover why world peace is so phenomenal here at 5 minutes around the world. Essentially, it's a small world. They've got little animatronic figurines that don't necessarily look like dolls, that look like actual humans. But it takes you a little trip around the world, and everybody's happy, and everybody's smiling, and it's all very nice. In the heart of the city, you find a couple of taverns, a couple of bed and breakfasts. So your choice of bed and breakfasts are going to be. What do I want to name them? So they're going to be the Flight of Wood bed and breakfast. So we have Flight of Wood, and we have 100 Acre Inn, and we have music melody inn, and tavern. So those are your three choices. Which would you want to go into?
Music.
Music melody inn and tavern. I like it. So you guys go into the music melody inn and tavern. Do you guys request separate? First you guys go in, and it's a regular inn. It's got vacancy. It's got a couple of more modern things to it, so you don't see like the brass keys on the wall, but you see like a big screen that says like "Welcome home" and things like that. The person at the desk is typing away on a computer of some kind and frantically typing. But when you guys walk in, they make it a point to say "Welcome in" or "Welcome home," and things like that. But they're still looking at the computer, not really looking at you, but acknowledging that you've come in. Looks like your stereotypical bellhop, brown hair, uniform that's violet, with gold things on it, and black shoes. And he's just there typing away, making sure everybody gets their wake-up calls and reservations for dining and character breakfasts and things of that nature. So you guys walk up to the counter. Do you guys request separate rooms? Do you guys request the same room? Are you two sharing a room and then you have separate because you're a loner? What are we doing with room situations?
I'm down to share a room.
I'm down.
Okay.
Alright, let's share a room.
Okay, so you're all sharing one huge room. He gets you checked in, no problem. Y'all split the cost of the room. Y'all, $75 a night, so you each pay $25 from anything that you choose. Miss Lost Girl, you're running a bit low on monies, aren't you? Yeah. Copy that. So I'll talk to you later about that. Remind me to talk to you about that. So yeah, you guys get a room, you all split the cost, $25 each. Mark it down if you want to, but you could also put that on that imaginary credit card that I told you about earlier. And you have 2 twin beds, and then you have a pull-out couch bed as well. They have appropriate sheets and blankets and towels for everybody. There's a TV in there that kind of just shows the news. It's your stereotypical hotel room. Nothing overly fancy
I'm real
about it.
weirded out by the TV.
Huh?
I'm real weirded out by the TV.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. So yeah, you guys have seen this before. You know the Capitol is technologically advanced, but not overly so. They have just enough technology to make it by. And you see combinations of the steampunk of West Ades, the high-def stuff of Silver Spire. You also see some decor from a couple of lands that you haven't, a couple lands that you haven't visited yet. And yeah, you see a couple of accents from Montenegini. So both of you, all three of you recognize the accents from Montenegini, which are just kind of like Frontierland, Adventureland, very tropical-esque. So yeah, what do you guys just go to sleep? Do you have any nighttime routines? Do you guys journal at all?
Put the rocking horse by the window again.
Put the rocking horse by the window again. The rocking horse is still very, very excited. And you subtly, very, very subtly hear her neighing. She is having a grand old time here in the Capitol. She's very, very excited. She knows her powers are full and up to date. And she is living her best life. Do you guys journal at all? What
I
do you
read
do?
my book. I read my book.
Okay. Do you read a lot of it, or do you just read it till you fall asleep?
I read till I fall asleep.
Okay. Who's taking what bed, just so I know?
I'll take the couch.
You'll take the couch, and you guys take the two separate twins.
I take the one by the window.
You take the one by the window. Perfect. Okay, so Ms. Akima, you're reading your book till you fall asleep. Miss Phoenix, what are you doing?
I think I kind of just like passed out, but since my powers are so much stronger here, I think that if I do have any like dreams or anything, that I would like slightly change into that animal.
Okay.
And sleep and not really.
I will like it. So as you start to doze off, little wings start protruding from your back and then go back in, or you start to like have like tiger stripes on your arms and they go away. Mm-hmm. Or like you just change into like different things, or your hair changes color ever so subtly when you take over a different person, and yeah, so you're just kind of morphing as you dream. No particular rhyme or reason. You guys barely notice, but Miss Lost Girl, you were kind of amazed that she's shapeshifting so quickly, because shapeshifters back on Neverland, it takes a lot out of them. So the fact that she's doing this so easily is just like, whoa, she must be really, really powerful. So you kind of take a notice of that she's kind of pretty powerful, pretty badass. Yeah, so, and then Miss Lost Girl, are you doing anything besides putting your horse in the windowsill?
I mean, if there's like I'll wash up if there's like a washroom.
Okay.
Could like get the mud off my feet before I come off the bed.
Perfect.
And
there is a shower. You do that. You have a little bit of problem turning on the shower, but you're not so out of it that you don't know how to work a shower. It's just kind of.
It kind of looks like a sink, so I try and do it like.
Yeah. Exactly. What's amazing to you is that it has both hot and cold water. Yeah. So you wash up, you get right into bed. You throw your clothes, where you throw your clothes. You have like undergarments on, so not really PJs, but kind of PJs. You throw your clothes to the thing. Miss Akima, you kind of fold your clothes, but very unneatly.
Right.
But you're just so used to folding your clothes when you're in the Corps that it's just kind of ingrained in your head, but you don't do it precisely like you would when you were back there. And you kind of fold your clothes a little neatly as well. They're not nearly as scattered as Lost Girls, but they're not nearly as neat as the soldiers. Yeah, so it is 10:30. Do you guys want to stop here, or do you guys want me to do a little bit of a dream sequence for you?
I can go till about probably 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm good.
you're good? We're good? Okay. Alright, so because you will probably have to leave sooner than the rest of us, we'll start with you. So Miss Phoenix, Miss Shelby, you're dozing off to sleep and you're dreaming, and do you want to describe your dreams, or do you want to give it to me and let me have the free will of it?
Go for it.
Oh boy. Okay, so your dreams start off and you are flying through the air. You're some kind of very colorful bird, probably a parrot or like a bird of paradise or something like that. You're a very colorful bird and you are flying through the air, and you're tuck your wings and you do a somersault, and you're just having a lot of fun, and then you dive down into the trees, and then you shapeshift again, and you're a chameleon, and you're in the trees, and you're like climbing throughout the trees, and you see all your friends and things like that, and then you run across the tree, and you once again shapeshift, but now you're human and yourself, and you grab onto one of the vines, and you're swinging like Tarzan through the vines, and all the animals are talking to you, and you can hear all of them clear as day, and you recognize all of their voices, and they're just so happy to see you, and you're in this little happy place, this little island of Montenegini, and because of your origins, that's where you're from. You're from Montenegini. You're from the island part. You're not from the deserty part. So yeah, you're flipping through the trees, you're having a grand old time, and you're shape-shifting into all sorts of animals. Do you have a family of any kind?
Yeah, but I don't really talk to them anymore.
Okay. In this dream, do you want to remember them fondly, or do you not want to mention them at all?
Don't mention them.
Okay. So yeah, you're flipping through the trees, you're having a grand old time, and you're shape-shifting into different things and just doing what you gotta do. You're working with your pixie dust, and you might get a new idea, you might get something new. So marinate on that for a little bit. If you come up with something really, really cool that you want to talk to me about, by all means, just reach out, do that, and yeah. So, Miss Kima,
Yes.
when you dream, it starts out fine. You're having a beer with your fellow cadets, comrades, whatever you want to call them, fellow soldiers. You're having a drink, and then in bursts this Jabberwocky into the bar. Boom! Rearing its ugly head. Rah! Ah! And it is just the bar fades away, and it's just you and the Jabberwocky. And your sword, it's broken. It is half a sword right now, and you're terrified. You can feel your heart beating. You are absolutely terrified of this thing that is in front of you. And you go to charge at it because you're like, I have to do something. You go to charge, but you slip and you fall. And you continue to fall, and the Jabberwocky just looks down at you, and it breathes fire. This fire doesn't actually touch you, but you can see it as you keep falling. Your sword has fallen out of your hand, and you are just falling into this deep, dark abyss. When you finally hit the ground, you're in the middle of what seems like a chessboard of some kind. And you hear someone that you recognize, like the voice you recognize, but you don't see the actual person. And it's just very slow. Off with their heads! And then the chessboard and all of the pieces on the chessboard go up in multicolored flame. And you're just there, and you have no sword, your armor is melting off of you, and you're just there, and you're terrified, and you're alone. You're so alone, and you're terrified of what's about to happen, but you recognize this scene, you recognize this place, you recognize that voice. And you want to run, but your feet are frozen in place. And you just have similar dreams of that nature, of that terrifying, all of the battles that you have lost, all of the battles that you have won. All the battles that you won, now you lose. And you're just having that nightmare of just every single thing wrong that you have done. You're reliving in this moment. Hi. Your dreams, Miss Lost Girl, start off really, really nice, and you are back in Neverland, and you are flying through the air, and you see Captain Hook's ship, and you see the shadows of Peter and the Lost Boys underneath you, so you know they're kind of behind you, and you're kind of leading the charge, and you're, you know, in this stance, and you're flying all through Neverland. And so you're flying, you're very, very happy, and then your shadow starts to get bigger. You're falling towards the ground. You don't hit flat because you realize you're falling. But the Lost Boys and Peter, they're still up in the air. They don't recognize that you've not been with them for like a minute or two. And you look down at your hands and they've gone a little gray. They've gone a little sunken. Your nails aren't as strong or as vibrant as they used to be. And your skin is just becoming very gray, very old, very brittle. And you feel yourself tense up and morph into something you don't know. And scared, you kind of hobble over to any reflective surface that you can find, and you see yourself in a puddle of something. You see yourself in a puddle, and it's you, but it's not you. This woman is old. She is days away from dying. She has gray, greasy hair. Her face is sunken in. You look an inch from death. And you reach up and you're just like, help me. But Peter and the boys are gone. Captain Hook's all the way on the other side of the island. And you just start to cry because you've gotten older. And you're just there and you're by the puddle and you see this old woman crying. Now your hands, like your physical hands, have turned back to their normal self, but in your reflection you see this old woman that looks so much like you. And you know it's you, just inches from death. And it is 10:45. You know what did happen. So you wake up a little bit. Tears are running down your face. Both of these two sleeping soundly. Not really anything. Do you want to do anything to try and help these dreams?
I'll just get up and go look at myself in the mirror
Okay, so
and be like, just splash a little water on my face.
Okay, so you get up, you splash a little water on your face. I have a feeling you're also going to go over to the windowsill and pet your rocking horse a little bit and just kind of remind yourself. Yeah, look up.
Find my second star to the right.
Exactly. You see it kind of right next to the moon. It is shining bright, and it is a beacon of where you come from. And
Just wave.
Yeah. Do you say anything to the star?
Probably something about how I want to go home and then I want to go back to bed.
Okay. So you say, take me home,
Mm-hmm.
or bring me home. And then you go back to bed, and you fall asleep, but this time it's a dreamless sleep. Maybe you might remember the flying, but your mind kind of blocks it out and switches it to a dreamless sleep every time you start to fall again to try and protect you from that. Okay, and I think that's where I'm going to leave session 2 of the Pixie Dust campaign. Next time we meet, we will be going to the Cloak and Dagger Ball.
Yay.
Woo! I'm so excited. So yeah, we want to exchange phone numbers. If we didn't do a lot of dice rolling this session.
Okay.
Yep.